What's up, you guys? Happy freaking New Year's. I had to do a New Year's Eve get ready with me, of course. So today's look is going to be a little bit different from my other looks because you guys know usually I'm pretty plain Jane, but I am going to play with some colors, some glitter, some diamonds maybe. I don't know. I'm just trying to go all out. I have no idea what I'm going to do today, so I'm just pretty much winging it. So let's go ahead and get started. I will of course be doing my hair as well. I'm bleaching the knots while I do my makeup. So for starters, I am going to use my Kylie Skin Moisturizer. A lot of people are like opposed to using her products, but I absolutely love this moisturizer. It's pretty doggone good. Is it the best thing in the freaking world and you can't get anything better? No, but it is really good though. So I'm just going to put little drops around my face. I did just wash my face. All right, boom. Then we really get them brows tamed, you dig? For brows, I am using the Morphe cream. This is in the shade Mocha. It's a brow cream. I definitely need to go get more. I've literally purchased this once this year and this thing has lasted me the entire year, okay? So that lets you know right there. That's why I like Morphe, because their products are just really good. And then I'm gonna be using the Morphe M165 brush. Looks like this. When I fill in my brows, I don't go to like the beginning. I literally only go halfway, and then the natural hair that just grows right here, I just leave it like that. So that's how I've been like doing my eyebrows lately. I just love the way that Tiara Walker does her eyebrows. Like if I could master that eyebrow technique, y'all wouldn't be able to tell me nothing, okay? But I like how like her eyebrows, they look more like as if it was microbladed. And she has like more of like a stroke like appearance, especially in the front half. So I think I want to like try to watch the video tutorial that she's done on that, and then I might start trying to do it on myself and then see how it works out, because I love how her eyebrows look. Then I'm going to be using this concealer brush that I got from Sephora literally years ago, and my LA Pro concealer in the color Fawn, and I'm going to use that to shape the bottom part of my eyelash, and then we're also going to cover our entire lid in this color as well. You see how the natural hair that I have right here, it looks as if I have makeup there, but I don't. Like all right here, this is just my natural eyebrows. So that's why I don't put makeup right there. I only put it like halfway, and then I just shape them from here. It's so funny because like in my last video, I was reading my comments and this girl was like, what kind of camera do you use? It makes your makeup look amazing. Girl, let me tell you something, okay? My makeup just looks amazing, okay? I don't want my camera to take credit for all of my hard work. Are you kidding me? And I use a Canon T6i. I put it at the bottom of every video, but I don't think anybody ever really reads the description box anyway. But yeah, I put it at the bottom of every video. Like I put all of my tech equipment down there. I put my business information down there. I put everything in there. You just have to look. The lashes that I wear, I now put that in every video. Cause sometimes I be looking back at some of my videos and I even be wondering like, dang, what eyelashes did I wear in that video? I have no idea. So now I put that at the bottom of every video so you guys can know what lashes I'm wearing. Ah! This part of my makeup is the most annoying part because this is when you look the craziest. Like when you gotta blend all your foundation and stuff together and stuff, like you just be looking so crazy. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into the talk. Let's chat, girl. I wanted to just kind of like use this moment as like a moment to recap, reflect, and talk about, you know, the things that went on this year. Earlier in 2019, I did like my goals and I let you guys know everything that I wanted to accomplish in 2019. I was able to accomplish so much in 2019 and I'm so forever grateful for you guys, my followers, that just support me like regardless, no matter what. Like you guys just really helped me survive this year. Like let's just keep it a buck. Like without you guys, like I would have to go look for a job. I would have to like work a 9 to 5, but because I have the support of you guys, I don't have to do that. So I'm very grateful for that. And I want to just talk about how all of this really started. Like everything, right? Well, not everything, but a portion of it. The fall of 2018, I was fired from my job. If you're you know, old subscriber of mine, then you guys are fully aware of this. You guys have seen the video. And the other day, like, I was just really taking a moment just with everything in my life, just reflecting on this year. It's just amazing to see what you can accomplish in 1 year. I know a lot of you guys are probably wondering, like, how did you survive after being fired from your day job? Like, what was the transition like from working a 9 to 5 to literally being your own boss? Okay, yeah. So in fall of 2018, I was fired from my 9 to 5. Prior to being a YouTuber, I worked in finance, specifically accounts receivable, which is a form of accounting. I was working that job, you guys, and I was very unhappy. But around the time when I found myself being the most unhappy at that job was around the same time that my YouTube sponsorship money really started kicking in. Like, I really was starting to really get paid for videos, because prior to that, some companies would pay me and some companies wouldn't. And it was more so like chump change if I was getting paid. But I wasn't really getting paid like that prior to the fall of 2018. Like, towards that time is when companies was like hitting me up like crazy, and most of them, 90% of them now, were trying to pay. It was a blessing for me in disguise at the time, because I knew that I didn't want to work that job. And right now, by the way, I'm using the Wet n Wild foundation. This is in the color Mahogany. This is my favorite foundation, by the way, and I usually mix this with my Fenty Beauty. Okay. Basically, you know, I was working that job and I wasn't really happy there at all, so it was really perfect when I did get fired, because I just didn't have no more drive. I didn't really want to be there. Things were starting to pick up for me as far as like YouTube sponsorships are concerned. So when I was fired, that's really all that I had to rely on, was the sponsorship money that I was getting from YouTube. And then, of course, you know, your regular Google AdSense check, which really is never that much. Well, it wasn't that much for me at the time, I'll say that. But Google AdSense is like, as far as like my income is concerned, which is how you get paid from YouTube, that's like the least amount of money that I make. So as far as like what makes me the most money, YouTube views just off of Google AdSense is the least amount of money I make. And I think that goes for a lot of people who do YouTube, which is why many YouTubers have other businesses, and which is why we have to have sponsorships. Like, we need companies to hit us up and say, hey, can you review this product? You know, it's a business at the end of the day, and we all understand that. Yeah, so I was fired and I was really just trying to figure out like what I was gonna do. So there was another YouTuber that I was cool with at the time. I don't have any issues with her or anything like that, but I you know, obviously she has an issue with me because we haven't talked, you know, but I just let people, you know, be in their feelings or however, and if you want to talk about it, we can talk about it. But if not, you know, I just let shit go. Like, I don't take shit personal. But anyway, so when we was cool, she was letting me know, well, I had already had the idea in my brain that I wanted to sell hair. But the thing about it was, I wanted to sell, you guys, okay, prior to selling, you know, human hair and all the stuff that I do now, I really wanted to sell synthetic wigs, like, because synthetic wigs was like my bread and butter at the time. Those were the videos that were doing well for me, and I was like, oh, you know what, I have so many great ideas for different like synthetic wigs. Like, that's really what I wanted to do at that time. Like, I wanted to come up with like a synthetic wig line, so that's what I was looking into. And when I was talking to her about that, I would talk to her like, you know, all the time. Like, when I have like YouTube friends, like, I treat them like my regular friends. Like, we talk on the phone or we text and stuff like that, and we cool like that. But with her, we was really cool. So anyway, one day I was on the phone with her though. This was at the beginning of, it was either at the beginning of January. It was sometime in January, I want to say. But we were having a conversation on the phone, and she was just telling me like, oh girl, I just had like my first, you know, wig sale. But she was, I think she was selling like her synthetic wigs or whatever, because she was doing synthetic wig reviews as well. So she was like, girl, yeah, so I've been selling my wigs or whatever, and you know, people are really buying them up like this is crazy. She was like, you should do it, like you should do it too, you should start selling your wigs. And mind you, my mom had been telling me, you should sell your wigs, like what do you do with your wigs like when you're done with them? And I'm like, oh well, I just keep them, you know, and I just move on to the next. So I never really thought about like selling my used wigs, because I was like, who's gonna want a used wig? Like I didn't think anybody would want that. But to my surprise, heck yeah, people want them. And I know you probably watching this like, duh girl, I want your wig. What are you talking about, girl? What you talking about? So I took her advice, and I got a bunch of my wigs that I felt like, you know, people might want to buy, and I took pictures of them. I styled all the wigs, I washed them of course, and I did my first wig sale, and I was selling them wigs for super dirt cheap. Like if you was able to catch a wig from me during that time, like you got so lucky, because I was selling like really good quality hair, because my whole thing was like, I didn't think anybody was gonna buy it. So I was like, well, let me make it cheap, so to make sure that people want to buy it. And that worked, but it wasn't the best thing to do. And my wigs sold out in minutes, you guys. They sold out in freaking minutes. And I was just like blown away. I was like, oh my God, like one moment I was looking on my website, I had posted all the wigs and let everybody know. By the time I came back to check on the website and my orders, everything was sold out. I was like, what the heck? So at that moment I knew, I was like, I might be onto something for real. I'm gonna let my concealer sit for a minute so it can be more potent. But oh, and I need to rinse the bleach out of my wig anyway, so I'm gonna do that and I'll be back. Okay you guys, so I let my concealer sit just for a little bit, and I'm gonna go ahead and start blending this out with the Real Technique sponge. I really wanna try their concealer brush. If anyone has tried that, let me know how that worked out for you. But I definitely wanna try that next. It's a lot of makeup products and stuff that I wanna try, but that's not what we were talking about, so let's get back to it. Dang, I don't even know where I left off. That's the sucky part. Well, anyway, I'll pick up where I think I might have left off. After that first sale, I was just like, wow, like I was really blown away by the amount of people that placed order, the amount of people that was watching the page, and how fast everything sold out. So I'm gonna be honest with you guys, that kind of feeling gets very addictive. Like the anxiety part of like launching it, and then it's like you're hoping that people are gonna purchase things, and then when you sell out in minutes, and then you're like, it started becoming like a conversation. Like people would leave comments like, oh, I wanna get a wig, but every time I go, like everything is sold out, people buy our stuff up so fast, or what have you. So you know, that kind of feeling feels really good, especially when you are trying to be an entrepreneur. But I'm gonna be honest with you guys, like when I was fired from my job, I was very much so afraid. I didn't know what I was gonna do, but I knew for a fact at that moment, like it was no turning back. I felt like I was fired for a reason, and there was no turning back. Like there was no way that I was gonna go and look for work. But yeah, I was definitely very scared. I wasn't really sure how that was gonna work out for me. I was like, yeah, okay, I had a wig sale this time, people bought stuff this time, but what about next time? Like, you know, I wasn't really sure of the longevity of it all, so I was definitely afraid. But a lot of people wanna know, you know, about my story, and a lot of people ask questions about it, or, you know, how do you be successful as a YouTuber? And one thing that I would tell you, for one, is that in order to be a successful YouTuber, you have to be consistent. And that is the only piece of advice that I could give you, is to be consistent and persistent, regardless of whatever is going on. Just make sure that whether you are getting 50,000 views or whether you're getting 25 views, that you put in that same amount of work, same amount of energy into your videos, and be consistent. The main issue with a lot of people is that when they think about YouTube, the first thing they think about is money. They want to be a full-time YouTuber, they don't want to work a job, and that's all that they're thinking about. But it's like, what people have to realize is that most people who are full-time YouTubers at this point in time, I mean, with the exception of a few, have been doing YouTube for many years before they even became a successful YouTuber. So it's like, you can't not even have any videos uploaded and then be like, well, how can I be a full-time YouTuber? how about just being a YouTuber first? How about just enjoying the craft first, and then you can think about the money later? Because what I will tell you is when I started my YouTube channel, I didn't do it because I was like, oh, I just want to make a bunch of money, and that's my goal. My goal was never like, oh, I wanted to make a bunch of money. I just loved makeup at the time, and I wanted to share it with people, and I just always wanted to have a YouTube channel. The thing about it was, I would sit in front of my laptop, like this was way before I even had a YouTube channel, and me and Tyler would sit down and we would record videos. So the YouTube thing has been something that I've wanted to do. I just love being in front of the camera. I love being in front of the camera. I love sharing, you know, my thoughts and opinions with people, and just having a platform where I can just really be myself. So the advice that I would give to anybody who is thinking about making that leap from going from a 9-to-5 to being a full-time YouTuber, I say that it depends on your situation. Everybody is not the same. And I feel like what a lot of people have to understand too is that everything is done in divine timing. When something is meant to be, when things are meant to happen, they will happen for you. But one thing that you can't do is try to rush the process. You don't want to get so caught up in the glitz and glam of it all, because YouTube is very hard. It seems like, oh, you just sit in front of the camera, press record, and that's it. It's so much that goes into being a YouTuber, and there are times that it can be, you know, you can get discouraged, you know, if your views are not looking how you want them to look. You know, you have to deal with people and their negative comments all the time, you know, from thousands of people. You know, it's a lot that goes on behind the scene. But all people think about is, oh, I just don't want to have to wake up and go to work in the morning. Just because you don't have to wake up and go to work in the morning does not mean that you don't have to work. You still have stuff to do. And some YouTubers though, when they do get really popular and they do really start getting money, you'll start noticing that they upload videos less. They won't put in as much work because they don't feel like they have to at this point. It's like, oh, I'll upload when I feel like it. So complexion is almost done, hunty. We just have to set the concealer and everything. So yeah. I'm just gonna blend the concealer out on my lids. I think I have this ColourPop concealer. I think I want to use this on my lid. So blend this in with the other one that I have on already. So yeah, when it comes to becoming a full-time YouTuber, my story is a little bit different from others. You know, some people made the decision to become a full-time YouTuber. I made the decision, but I made the decision under, you know, a difficult circumstance. Like, I was fired from my job. I had no other way of making money at the time but YouTube and the couple of sponsorships that I had lined up. But the sponsorships that I had lined up, mind you, they were only lined up for 1 month. Like, I wasn't sure where my money would come in from the next month. God has just blessed me with the opportunity, you know, to do this. And that's the only thing that I can really say. I feel like life, a lot of times, especially when it comes to getting the things you want, I feel like when it comes to getting the things you want in life, everything just happens right when it's supposed to happen, you know? Right when, you know, if you look at a lot of people's success stories, just look at their success stories and think about what did they do to really become successful. A lot of people had no choice but to just go for it. And that's all I can tell you to do, is just go for it. You have to pick up that camera. And when I first started out, you know, a lot of people make excuses for, you know, for it. I'm using the 16-hour Ruby Kisses banana powder. Let me blend his eye out real quick. But dang, I hate that when I forget what the heck I was talking about. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. A lot of people discourage themselves from doing YouTube because they feel like they have to have all these things lined up and in order. You feel like you need to have a MacBook. You feel like you need to have a camera, a really expensive DSLR camera. And I didn't get half of this stuff until I was like in my 3rd year of doing YouTube. My first 2 to 3 years of doing YouTube, which was like my primary year, I was recording off of my phone. That DVD rack that you guys see behind me right there, I used to put my phone on top of that DVD rack, and that was before I even had a tripod, okay? That I didn't even have a lot of followers, but that's how dedicated I was to what I wanted to do. When you're really serious about doing something, that's when you're gonna be successful. But as long as you're not serious about it, as long as you're not putting in that work, like I'm talking about full-on dedication, you guys. A lot of people are just not dedicated like that. Prior to being a full-time YouTuber, I still would upload consistently. I would get off from work, I would get off of work, come home. Sometimes I would do my makeup that morning, so when I got home, I could just get straight into recording when I got home from work. But I was so dedicated and committed to my YouTube channel, just like I am now. And that's how I was able to acquire the things that I have now, because I just been planting those seeds over the years. And a lot of times we look at things, we're like, oh man, it's not working out right now, I'm not where I want to be. But you have to understand what phase of it are you in. Right now you may just be in the planting seed phase. Just plant those seeds, put in that work, plant the seeds, and then you will reap the benefits later. Later on in life, you will be able to see, okay, I'm glad that I did that. Because I did that, now I got this, you know, and it'll all make sense later. Like, I think about my life and how much it's changed in the past year, and I'm just really amazed. Like, sometimes I can't even believe, like, dang, all of that happened just in this year. Like, so much can happen in a year. So much can happen in a year, you guys. So I beg you guys, honestly, to just really take advantage of, you know, the time that you have here. Understand that it is not to be played with. Do not waste your time on this earth, because you only get one life. And I know you hear that a lot, but you don't get a tomorrow all the time. You know, everybody doesn't get tomorrow. Everybody doesn't get, oh, I'll do it next month. Oh, I'll start next month. And you know, a lot of people start things around this time of the year. Of course, in New Year's, you know, you have your New Year's resolutions, and yeah, people have things that, you know, they want to do at the beginning of the year. But what really matters is the consistency. That's the most important thing that anybody can, that's the most important thing that anybody can do, is just be consistent. I'm gonna be using my ColourPop bronzer. This is a pressed bronzer. I have it in the shade Rodeo Drive. I just cleaned it up, honestly, because it was looking so dirty and gross, you guys. I was like, ugh. And then I'm using this brush. It's a IT Cosmetics brush, and it's a complexion perfection brush. And I'm gonna use this for, oh no, I don't wanna use this brush. It's too harsh. I'm gonna use this brush. This is a Morphe M527. And I'm just taking that and just bringing that on down, and then I'm gonna bring it up on the temples of my forehead. Bow, 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 bow. Give us some color, honey shade. So the next thing for me, honestly, you guys, is just continuing to work on my brand, rebranding myself as well, like the Tastemaker, the brand of the Tastemaker. I'm thinking about changing my name a little bit, because I feel like a lot of people have a hard time saying my name or talking to me because they don't know what to say. They're like, oh, hey, the Tastemaker, and it sounds weird to say that. On my social media, it is Dom the Tastemaker. That's kind of what I wanted it to be, but I felt like it was so, like, I don't know, I just didn't want it to seem like I was like being like anyone. I don't know, I was weird at the time. So the whole name is Dom the Tastemaker. Just like Tyler the Creator, Tyler the Creator, Dom the Tastemaker. I love doing complexion. That's my favorite part of my makeup, is the complexion part. Like, when you get all bronzed and highlighted, it's it. I'm gonna bring that up just a little bit. I don't feel like I'm covering everything that I want to cover in this video as far as like my YouTube success or anything like that. I don't know, like, so if you guys have specific questions, I want you guys to let me know. If I didn't cover something in this video, which I didn't cover a lot in this video, then, you know, I'll do another dedicated video specifically to the questions that you guys have. So, and then I put a little translucent powder at the beginning of my brows. I didn't mean to put that much. I didn't know it was gonna come out like that, but whatever. Since I did it to that one, I'm gonna do it to both of them. And then I take this little spoolie, and I just brush it out. Brush it on out. It helps like set your eyebrows in place and gives it like a nice ombre. So now I take this big fluffy brush and then just brush that powder away. Wow. And then for blush, of course, you guys know I use the Morphe Fantabulous. I am gonna take you guys with me soon to go buy some more stuff from Morphe. So be on the lookout for that. And then I'm gonna be taking this same brush and I just dip it on in there and then I just patty pat pat, patty pat pat, patty pat pat. Yeah. You know, I wish everybody just like the most success, you know. I always like, you know, like to boost other women up, like other YouTubers. I'm not like a selfish person, you know, to the point where I'm just like, or like I'm just so into myself where I can't like, you know, big up another YouTuber that I'm watching or that I see that's growing. You know, I always try to like show love. I always try to support other people, you know, when I can. You know, there's a lot of like of my subscribers that have contacted me and wanted me to like help promote their businesses, and I have. The lashes that I'm wearing today, these lashes were sent to me from a subscriber. You know, I've also had lashes that I've purchased from other YouTubers just to support their business. Like when you are an entrepreneur, like, and you have a business, you know, the main thing is just trying to get your business out there, trying to get your name out there. And I feel like if I have a platform where, you know, I can help a complete stranger, somebody I don't know, you know, I feel like I can help somebody that I do know or somebody that has a smaller company, you know. I don't expect anything back from it. A lot of you guys like how my makeup has been looking, and I've been working on, even like with my makeup, like people could say like, oh, I love your makeup, like how did you learn how to do your makeup? Like I just one day picked up some makeup from the stove, child. Sometimes I would steal it from my sisters, and I just started doing my makeup. You know, the only way to learn or the only way to do something is just to do it. I mean, that's Nike's logo, it's just do it. And it's so simple, but it's just like a lot of people are so afraid or they just procrastinate. I feel like that's like a lot of people's like biggest issue is procrastination, including myself. Like I procrastinate with things still. I'm gonna do my little nose highlight. I use the Cinnamon Stick by Fenty. Fenty has a lot of new stuff, and I want to get some new stuff from them too. So maybe we need to just have like a cute little makeup day. You know what I'm saying? We go out, we can go shopping, we can come back, we can play on some new makeup or something. Like, what y'all think about that? So this is my Cinnamon by Fenty Beauty, and then I'm taking my Old Faithful. Now I'm taking this Chrome Master Highlighter by Maybelline. This is my Old Faithful. Like, I will not let this go, okay? And a little goes a long way. You see that little poo-poo? And this just helps like intensify that nose highlight a little bit more. I just don't like when people have a lot of highlighter on. Like that beaming line of highlighter is just, it's not cute to me. It might look cute on other people, but on me, baby girl, no. It's a no for me. I'm gonna be using this Morphe 3502 palette, another Old Faithful of mine. And I'm gonna be taking, this just has a bunch of bomb browns in it. Maybe I should use this brown. I think I'm gonna use this brown right here. I don't have, the lid is broke off, and I don't have the names of the things, so. And this is just a fluffy brush from BH Cosmetics. But this is just like a soft brown, I hope. I don't know. Yeah, it's like a soft brown. Let me zoom y'all in. And I'm just gonna build this color up and bring it in and out. Another thing that I wanted to talk about in today's video is something that I have been getting a lot of questions about, and I didn't want to talk about this at first just because it is something so personal to me, but I keep getting so many questions about it. So I'm like, I'm either going to address this and just answer people's questions, or I'm just going to continue to be annoyed about it. But I just felt like it was just a moment for me to just say, grow up. Like, just grow up. It's not that big of a deal. Just share it. It's like, you know. But the reason why I didn't want to share this is just because, oh, now I'm taking this other brown color right here. I don't know if there's any point in showing you these colors if you don't even know what they're called, but anyway. But now I'm just kind of intensifying that and bringing in a little darker brown. But yeah, so at first I really didn't want to talk about it for a couple of different reasons. One of the main reasons was just because it's personal. Like, nobody really wants to be asked about their weight, and a lot of times people would compliment me on my weight currently, and it really kind of like, even though it seems like a compliment at first, I mean, you can kind of hurt somebody's feelings when somebody loses weight. Like, my plan was never to lose weight. I didn't intend on losing weight. I unintentionally lost weight. So when people were saying things like, oh, how did you lose all that weight? You look so good, like you look amazing, like, and it was like, well, damn, did I not look good before? Was I out of shape before? Like, was there something wrong with me before? Like, you know, that's kind of like how I was taking it, you know, like, well, what was wrong with me before? What are you talking about? I look good now, bitch. Like, to me, I'm like, shit, I always look good. What are you talking about? And then it wasn't until like I looked back at my videos then, and then I looked at my videos currently, and I was like, oh, I see the difference. You know, a lot of times it's hard for you to notice that you've even lost weight. I feel like when it comes to losing weight and you're not doing it on purpose, other people tend to notice it before you do. So I'm just taking this smaller brush and just kind of like bringing that lighter brown in the front and just like kind of blending it out. But yeah, I was getting so many questions about my weight, and I was honestly kind of like in my feelings about it. Like I just didn't understand. I was like, what? And I didn't intentionally mean to lose weight, and people were asking me like all these questions, and I'm like, girl, I didn't do anything. But I'm gonna tell you guys what happened. So this does go back into the last job that I worked, the same company that fired me, okay? I'm going to attempt to do a cut crease. I don't know how to do a cut crease though, but I'm going to attempt to do one. When I was working my last job, that company had your girl eating so good, you guys. I was just eating so good at that job. Like, so yeah, basically, when I was working at that company, I was eating so much because it was free food. Like, when you would go in the kitchen, they had every cereal you can imagine like lined up for you, ready to go, ready for the day. And you know, hold on, it's so hard to talk and do this. And I'm using this ColourPop concealer to like kind of give me a cut crease because I don't really know what I'm doing, but we gonna try to make it work. The kitchen that we had, basically, it was like going into a 7-Eleven and just getting whatever you wanted any time of the day, every day. And on top of that, the company always had, you know, it was a really big company, so there was a lot of different departments, and each department, almost every day, they had like, they bought food for their department for whatever that they were doing. Because you basically, each department has a certain amount of money that they have to spend every month, and whatever you don't spend that month, you have to spend it some kind of way. So a lot of departments would spend it on food and just buy food for everybody. And we had a lot of company events and things like that. So I was always eating like all day. Working at that job, I had gained at least 20 pounds working there. And I was working there for about almost 2 years. It was a year and some change. During that time, I had gained a lot of weight from like sitting down all day, eating all day, getting all kind of free food all the time. You know, I was just eating good. We had everything, like our kitchen had everything in it. They had any cereal you can think of, they had it in there. They had chips and drinks. Like in the morning, like there was a set time that people would get up and go to the kitchen so you can get all your snacks for the day. Cause they had like GoFit, like everything you could think of. And it was meant, like that was the whole point of it. It's like so people could have something to eat during the day. So anyway, that's pretty much how I gained all of that weight. Now, if you look at my very first YouTube video or my videos when I first started off with YouTube, I was this size that I am now, maybe a little bit skinnier, but I was pretty much the size that I am now. So this is just the size that I am. So when people ask me about like weight loss tips and stuff like that, I don't really have that much advice because I'm like, well, this is just kind of how I naturally am. I'm naturally a slim person. As far as like the color that I'm gonna put on my lid though, I'm just gonna put some more translucent powder or setting powder. And make sure you show, because once you set it, that's it. That's it, shout it. Once you set it, shout it, that's it, shout it. So make sure you show before you set it. So now I'm gonna go ahead and do my liner. I just completely stopped talking about what I was supposed to be talking about because I had to fix my cut crease or the lack thereof. So now I'm gonna be using this eyeliner. This is the Epic Ink eyeliner by NYX. I don't know why I had a brain fart there. I completely forgot what it was called. So I have those rhinestones that I bought from my Asian doll video, and I still, ooh, they all falling out. But I have like different sizes, but I'm gonna use the really small ones. I think I wanna put them along this that I have going on. Hopefully it look cute, I don't know. I'm using some duo adhesive glue, and I also need some tweezers. Let me go grab those. Dang it. It's so hard to pick up these doggone rhinestones, girl. So I managed to get one rhinestone on, so I'm gonna try to do more. Dang, that one was kind of messy. So basically I'm gonna continue this until I get to the center part, and I'm just pretty much outlining that, and then I'm going to pop on my on the scene lashes that look like this. And yeah, that'll be that. Okay, you guys, so I finished putting the rhinestones, and that definitely made my look like step it up a notch, you know what I mean? So I have the cut crease, I have the rhinestones and all that going on. So now I'm just gonna put on my lashes. The lashes that I am wearing, these are called On the Scene, and these are by Original K Lashes. These are my current favorites right now. So they have some lash glue on them already. So, oh dang. I think I might have waited too long. And then I'm gonna put a little bit more of Madeline on. I really like this gloss though. But I can't wear it by itself because it's a little too light. If I do wear it by itself, I have to have it like clear gloss or something. So yeah, this is the finished makeup look, you guys. Cute, right? Perfect for New Year's. So you guys, now that our makeup is done, let's go ahead and move on to our hair. The unit that I'm wearing today is from April Lace Wigs. This is a 13x6 unit. It is a pretty deep parting space, so that's one thing that I love about it. I did go ahead and pluck it some more, and of course I bleached the knots as well. This is what the inside looks like now that the whole thing has been bleached. So I'm gonna go ahead and try the unit on with you guys now and start adjust. What is this? What is this? It's these rhinestones. They're all over the place.
901 Shelby Drive, look alive, niggas came up on this side, now they on the other side. Oh well, fuck them dog, we gon' see how hard they ride. I get racks and go outside, and I spit it with the vibe. We up on the other side, niggas acting like we tied. I've been doing since like July, niggas acting like I died. They won't be expecting shit when Capo go to slide, cause I told them not to put that shit behind us, but I lied. Hey, look who I'm around, man. I fuck up, I'm a beat down, man. Full flow down, man. That's if I get caught, man. Push me to the edge, so it really ain't my motherfucking fault, man. I'm not to blame, man. The fucking industry's cutthroat. I'm not the same, man. And I can let you check your tag. Now I'm rocking name brand. I'm only chasing after bags. Now I got a game, and I'm out here with the 700,
drive an all-white rank. Couldn't hit it if you niggas had aim. Lanes can't call and you lame. You had it, then you lost all the shine. I can buy a Billy, don't talk to me. For a show 150, don't talk to me. You ain't never helped your mans, don't talk to me. You just follow all the trends, don't talk to me. I set the bar, I'm the bar. In the sky, I'm a star. I don't fall in love, cause I be loving hard. Do everything like my shirt, it's a large. I don't care, I catch a ghost. 2 kids in 2 states, I be doing the most. I got white folks money that I won't blow. And if you ask why, cause the white folks don't. Big bank, tight, little bank, bank. Big bank, tight, little bank, bank. Type of money you gon' do sight. Type of money you gon' do bank. From the hood, type of money make you stay white. Type of money she gon' let you put it in the fight. Big bank, tight, little bank, bank. Big bank, tight, little bank, bank.
Everything proper, no propaganda. Tropicana gold yard batting down. Big sack, a lot of hoes like Santa. Threw a birthday party in a phantom. Big like a dinosaur did it. And you know titties shining like a acrylic. Yeah, I sold dope and had cornrow. I can see you nigga hang with the door closed. Now I'm looking for a glove with a sparkle on it. And my CBD got chocolate on it. Big bank, take small. Bank account on some tall. Attitude on some you too. Bankroll on what it do, boo. Meet me at the roulette vibe. And if I ain't did it yet, I'll try.
Big bank, tight, little bank, bank. Big bank, tight, little bank, bank. Type of money you gon' do sight. Type of money you gon' do bank. From the hood, type of money make you stay white. Type of money she gon' let you put it in the fight. Big bank, tight, little bank, bank. Big bank, tight, little bank.
She said, what you gon' do if I leave? I said, I'ma do me. B.I.G. everything zoomed in. Big bag on me looking like I'm moving in. Got my foot in the door and we still here. I'm a first generation millionaire. I broke the curse of my family not having it. I'm passionate like girls that's after more than just cash and dick. Feed me to the wolves, now I lead the package. You boys all cap, I'm more college Kaepernick. I'm rare as affordable healthcare. Or growing the wealth from welfare. I turn my W's to M's, yeah, I flip those. I might buy a red bottoms with the crypto. 3 points, that'll pay your whole semester. But you gotta ride it better than a Tesla.
Big bank, tight, little bank, bank. Big bank, tight, little bank, bank. Type of money you gon' do sight. Type of money you gon' do bank. From the hood, type of money make you stay white. Type of money she gon' let you put it in the fight. Big bank, tight, little bank, bank. Big bank, tight, little bank.
Back again, back to back, made back, stack the M's. Told him I met Slim Shady, bag the M. Once he go black, he'll be back again. Tell him hoes that it's crunch time, abdomen. Yes, I caught Mad Chanel and Mad Javin. She did it again, imagine them. About to make these bums mad again. Back to them, I lead the pack so my back's to them. Yup, the queen's back, what's happening? Rerun, bout to make these rap again. Diamond chains on my ankle. Young money in the cut like a shank out. Tell tip rubber bands on my bankroll. Show my like a stank house.
Telegram like be cautious. I be thinking times I be on Stockton. I don't do it for the gram, I do it for Compton. I'm willing to die for the shit, nigga. I take your fucking life for the shit, nigga. We ain't going back to broke, family selling dope. That's why you many ass rap niggas better know. If I gotta slap a pussy ass nigga, I'ma make it look sexy. If I gotta go hard on the bed, I'ma make it look sexy. Like pull up, hop out, air out, made it look sexy. They won't tell me I'm my element. Nah, tell me I'm allergic to a bitch nigga act. An imaginary rich nigga act. 7 figures, how that slimmer than my bitch figure act. Going digital and physical and all y'all act. Bunch of criminals and money in my phone calls act. Be okay, we let the A1 fly. Relocate, jump on the same G5. Check it for me heavy, cause I go, yeah, They never be ready, yeah, I know, yeah. 100K spread across the floor, yeah. None of y'all fucking with the flow, yeah. Years in the making, they don't y'all mistake it. I got them by a landslide, we talking about races.
Alright you guys, so this is officially the finished look. I just went ahead and kind of just like moved all the hair over. You guys have seen me do similar styles to this, so it's not that brand new to you guys. I just did it with a flat iron instead of like a curling one today. And then this side is just like lightly curled. I don't have like any really tight curls in my hair right now. I want them to be very loose like this. And then this hair I plan on having back or either all over to the side like this. And I absolutely love my hair, how it layered, how it curls. It looks so pretty. I love how natural my hair looks. I'm gonna zoom you guys in so you guys can get another look at it. Flawless makeup. I know y'all see it with the diamonds on the lid and big rocks on my crop top. Think she is, but she not hot. Hey, happy New Year's to all of you guys. I hope you guys have an amazing 2020. I'm finna be lit all 2020. Y'all already know what it is. If you are new to my channel and new to this slayage, you guys should definitely subscribe. And shout out to April Lace Wigs for sending over this beautiful unit. I really do like this hair. All in all, this hair is absolutely beautiful. This lace is melted. Okay, and it just looks really cute. I bought this top like 2 years ago, never wore it, but I thought it would be perfect for New Year's. It's just like the little diamond top. Y'all can't really see it right here, but if I had like my good lighting, because the lights just blind everything out because they be hating. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know down in the comment section down below. I hope you guys really enjoyed this chit chat, get ready with me. I just wanted to show you guys a cute little New Year's Eve look. I know from afar you guys can't even see the diamonds on my face or the diamonds in my top, but that's okay because I will be taking pictures, so make sure you guys do follow me on Instagram, and I will see all of you guys in my next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.